Hey folks, what's up? Lex here, and today I spent the most I've ever spent at Goodwill. $175. Now that might not seem like a lot of money to some of you who have been doing this for a while and have probably dropped $500 to $1,000 at Goodwill, but for me, I've been doing this since May. That was the most I've ever spent. I've spent a lot before, but never that much. And it was just one of those things where I went to the post office, dropped off the packages that sold this weekend, went over to Salvation Army to check them out. Didn't really have anything going on. I did find a couple of things, but I'm going to wait till they're discounted. And then I went to Goodwill, and at Goodwill, it was just... I didn't even plan to be there that long, but it was just one thing after another after another. I'm like, oh, I'm going to grab that, I'll grab that. And I was able to take my time because it was just me, no family in tow this time, so my body was hating me after it. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand or realize is that sourcing mainly, but all sourcing, listing, taking pictures, it really does take a toll on your body, just standing for that long, or the repetitive motions of looking through the rack, or, you know, your head down. My neck is probably going to be really sore tonight. It usually doesn't get sore until the evening time. But just a lot of great stuff here. And I broke out my camera, my actual DSLR camera, to film this so I can edit it together and we can go through it quickly. And hopefully I can edit in some comps as well to kind of show you guys what I was thinking when I was picking some of this stuff up, because Goodwill is not cheap these days. Goodwill has lost its mind when it comes to pricing. They are pricing things up, up, up. In fact, the Christmas sweaters, most of them, I got a few of them for $5-6. Most of them were like $15 to $20. So insane prices at Goodwill going on. It does seem like they're just continually jacking up the prices, especially on hats. And I got a bunch of hats. So let me tell you real quick what I got. I got hats, I've got clothes, I've got toys, I've got computer hardware. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just so crazy. I've got books. So I'm going to try to go through this in somewhat, I don't even know, I guess some sort of order. We'll do hard goods first and then the soft goods. How about that? First thing I found, right when I walk in, I usually go to the DVDs and book section. I found this Dungeons & Dragons Player's Handbook for 5th edition. I actually have this already. I don't play Dungeons & Dragons, but I am curious about it. Like, it intrigues me. I like listening to other people play it. That's more fun than me playing it personally, but I really love the RPG systems in this. You can see, I can open it, just really quality stuff here. This was $4. I couldn't believe it. $4. Goodwill was slipping on this one. It goes for about $30. So, you know, it's nothing. It's not an absolute home run, but this should sell no problem. $4. Should at least be able to get 30 to 25 for it. Next up, we have this Casey Mears Target exclusive 2003. I don't know if it's a Target exclusive, but Target was the brand of the car. Like I said, it's from 2003. Little slip cover there. Just pull that off. Get it in there. Still has the cover on it. It's in really good shape. I couldn't find... Let me put this back together real quick because it's going to make a bunch of noise. I couldn't find this one exactly. This is... There's another one that has a couple of comps on it. This I couldn't find listed, couldn't find sold, but the one that did have comps on it looked like it was about $35 or so. So I'm hoping I can get a little bit more for this since it seems to be a little more rare. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to do some Google research on it, though, and we'll see what comes up. All right, next up we have shoes. And generally speaking, I do not like selling shoes. They are a pain to clean. They're pretty easy to ship, to be honest with you, but I found that they generally sit for a long time, and they take up a lot of space. So I generally don't buy shoes, especially at Goodwill, but I found these. They are Brooks tie-dye. On the back here, it said, you can't see it because I've got manual focus on, but it's Rock and Roll Marathon Series here on the back. They are pretty used. They definitely need a cleaning, but I saw comps on these for around the $60 mark, hoping that I can get at least $40 for them. I paid $12.50 for them, so I mean, not bad. Oh, on the Target car, I paid $10.49 on that too. So $12.50 on that one. I don't like paying $12.50 for shoes, but they seem to be kind of limited and special, so I decided to pick these up. Next up, we have this Halo Warthog from 2016 Mattel. It's got Master Chief chilling in the driver's seat here. The gun kind of turns on the back there. This I paid $6.49 for. Not great comps, but decent comps. How about that? Decent comps. Probably get $30 free shipping for it. So a little bit of profit there, but I thought this was cool, so why not? In the electronics section, I found this Netgear USB 2.0 to Ethernet hardware, whatever you want to call it. It was $3.50, so this was a good buy for me because I can probably get $24 for it. It's brand new, sealed. It's hard to beat that. I don't touch these if they're open, but if it's sealed, it's kind of a no-brainer for me. Next, we have these Bose wired headphones. Has a little case and everything. There you go. They got this cool blue-green design on them. Pretty simple, basic headphones. Got the wire here for them. There you go. Bose is a great audio brand, and it came with the case. I'm hoping I can get $50 to $60 for these. $35 at the very least. But I paid $5.50 for these. So, I mean, can't beat that. Well, you can beat it if you got it for less than $5.50, but you know what I mean. I think this is the last hard goods thing that we have. I think everything else is clothing, attire. This is a big Batmobile. It's huge. It is for a 12-inch figure, I guess. The top opens up here like that. Boom. I got this for $3.49. Comps, I think, were around the 25 to 30 range, so not too bad. It's probably going to cost $10 to ship it, but it was pretty cool. There's not a lot going on with it, so I don't have to worry about stuff being broken. Should be pretty easy to list, and hopefully a quick flip. Alright, hats. I got a whole bag of hats here. I went crazy at the hats section. This is kind of what just ignited the Goodwill trip. When I went to the hat section, I started finding all these hats, and I'm like, oh, one after the other after the other. Nothing crazy here, but hopefully a lot of decent flips. Let's see what we have. First off, we have this Winchester horse hat camo. It has these little, I know it's going to be hard to see, but it's got these little horseshoes. They're actually like raised on the side. Probably only get $15 for this. I paid $4.99 for it. Next up, we have a Tommy Hilfiger. They call it a dad hat. It's just a floppy hat, basically. It's a little misshapen, so I'm gonna try to see if I can like reshapen it up. But I was seeing pretty positive comps, $20 to $25 range for this. Next up is a Sierra Nevada Brewing Company hat. I actually live pretty close to Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. I've been to their restaurant. I don't drink at all, so I've never had any of their beer, but their beer cheese at their restaurant is so good. Sierra Nevada, not a great sell-through on pretty much anything that they have, but it was such a cool hat. It's very nice. On the inside, it's got some Sierra Nevada print, so hoping that I can get at least 20 for it. All right, next up we have this Boston Bruins New Era fitted hat. It's a 7 1/4 size. It's just gray with the logo there, embroidered, of course. It's a really nice hat. Wasn't seeing super positive comps for New Era fitted Bruins hats, but I'm still going to probably ask at least 24, 25 for this here, and probably get it, or at least 20 for it. And I paid $4.99 for it. $3.99 for Tommy Hilfiger, and $4.99 for the Sierra Nevada hat. Next up, we have this John Deere barbed wire hat. On the back here, it says John Deere Country. You like how my voice kind of got a twang when I said that, right? I paid $5.99 for this. Probably overpaid for it, but I think that I should be able to get at least 20. It does have the hat shaper in it, so I can basically sell it as new without tags. It doesn't look like it's ever been worn or used before, so probably 20 to 25. I'm hoping 25, but we'll see what happens. There are some comps in like the $15 range and all that, but this is a nicer shape than most of those. For $3.99, I have this Pirelli Tires hat. There are some low comps on this, but there are some higher comps too, like 20 to 25. So I'm hoping to get 20 to 25. It's in good shape. It's got the Pirelli logo on the back as well. I've seen, so basically it was this hat and another hat in the comps, and they had like these, I don't know if they were wings or like golden wheat or something like that. It was pretty crazy, but a lot of sales from China. But this is a nice hat, so this caught my attention too. I didn't know what Pirelli was, but I saw this and I was like, whoa, that looks cool. For $5.99, I don't know if I made a mistake on this one or not. So there's a YouTube channel. Here, the smaller YouTube channel is trying to explain to people the big YouTube channel, but there's a YouTube channel called The Odd Ones Out, where they talk about stuff, and it's this little character, white, fluffy dude. I don't know. On the side there it says The Odd Ones Out. It's a snapback. It's got their logo on the back tag here. Paid $5.99 for it. Could not find this hat exactly on eBay. I did find a listing on Poshmark for $20. So I'll probably list at $25 and hope that I can at least get $20 for this. It is a cool hat. It's just I don't know how strong the Odd Ones Out brand is. I know they've got a lot of subscribers, but I don't know if that translates to their stuff selling. So next up, we have this Vans bucket hat with bikini-clad women on it. I like selling Vans hats that have like unique prints on them. They typically sell pretty well, and some sell for quite a bit. This should go for $25 pretty easily here. And I paid only $3.99 for it. So this hat I saw, it like grabbed my attention. This is like the hat that brought me over to the hat section. It's a Boston Bruins Zephyr, and it's got this like bear teeth on the bill right here. Isn't that awesome? I couldn't find this hat exactly. I paid $5.99 for it. Look on the snapback here. It's got like so the back is yellow and this is black, and they kind of mix together. This is a really cool hat. Hoping that I can get like $30 or maybe even $35 for it. It's such a cool hat. If I were a Bruins fan, if I were a hockey fan, I'd pick this up for sure. But again, $5.99, again, $6 for a hat. Goodwill is getting really pricey. All right, let's keep it moving. This is a Burton brand trucker cap. Saw very good comps on like items. Could not find this one exactly, but the good comps on the one I saw that was like it. Definitely, maybe even get $35 for it. I don't know. It looks really cool. To be honest with you, it looks cooler than the one I found comps for, in my opinion. In my humblest of opinions. And finally, to round out the hats, we have another cool big logo sports hat. It's a New Era San Francisco 49ers retro style. It's not vintage, but it's like It's trying to be vintage. It's got the green bill. Love hats with the green bill. Love them, love them, love them. Awesome. It's got the 49ers logo here on the back. This should sell super quick. Could not find this one exactly, but other styles, the other retro, new era style 49ers hats were going for a lot of money. So I'm hoping to at least get $50 for this. We'll see. I paid $5.99 for this one too. This is a, if you can hear me over the crinkling, it's a Dragon Ball Z Capsule Corp, Capsule Corp, like corporation, not core, like military core. $4.49 for this. The comps are not super high. The best comp I could find was $18, but it's brand new, it's sealed, it should be super easy to list, and it's Dragon Ball Z, so hopefully it goes quickly. Alright, that does it for the hats, but we've still got a bunch of clothes to go. We still got 2 bags of clothes to go, so hang in there with me. This should be a fun way to start it off. This is an official Super Mario Brothers Merry Christmas, oh, well, not Merry Christmas, Merry Mario ugly sweater. On the back here, couldn't find this one exactly, but there's another style of the official Mario Christmas sweaters, and it looked like it went for about $35. I paid $8.99 for this one here, so should make a decent profit on this. Should go pretty quickly because of the season, and if it doesn't, I'm going to wear this to my family Christmas get-together this year. Last year I wore a wrestling figure ugly Christmas sweater. This year will be that. Speaking of ugly Christmas sweaters, we have a vintage Christmas sweater here. There you go. Santa, he's basically checking the list. Right, all the way down. There's nothing on it, though, so I don't know if he's just blind or maybe he's out of it. Had too much eggnog, but yeah, so this sweater right here, $4.99 for this sweater. Comps are in the $30 to $35 range, so very cool. And I'm just realizing right now that I may be saying comps are in this range, and then I put up the comp and it's not anywhere near that. So trying to remember what the comps were for everything, I'm definitely gonna forget something. So I'm gonna look like a jackass. I know it. All right. Next up, we have this Grinch sweater that I got for $4.99. This is from the Illumination animation movie that they released a couple of years ago with I can't even remember his name. His name is jumbling in my mind. Cumberbatch. Maybe. That's probably not it. Anyway, it's a pretty cool fleece sweater. It was only $5. I'm hoping I can get at least $25 for it. This Christmas sweater is in the same vein as the other one I just saw. The brand is Nutcracker. This is $5.99. Or this was $5.99. This is awesome. I love the landscape here on the sweater. It's got stuff on the sleeves. Again, good $30 to $35 comps on this one right here. So hoping it sells fast because of the season. We discovered another hard good here at the bottom of this bag. This was interesting. So this is the Roosevelt's An Intimate History Blu-ray. This is by the documentarian Ken Burns. I love his baseball documentary that he did. I wish I could find that on Blu-ray. That would be awesome. But this is brand new, sealed. Looks like it was probably from Costco. $59.99 originally. I paid $6.99 for this. Comps are in the $35 to $40 range for this Blu-ray here. That is awesome. Again, if this were Ken Burns baseball, I'd be keeping it. All right, one more bag of clothes and then we're home free. So let's dig in here. All right, we have this Susan Bristol vintage sweater. What a unique sweater this is. And I don't know if it's coming across on camera or not, but basically what's going on here is you have all the months in the year represented on this sweater, and they've all got some sort of art to go with it. You've got June and July here, and it's got what is that for June? I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's like gardening, growing carrots and stuff like that, and then July has what looks to be kind of like a 4th of July thing going on, and you've got for winter, you've got the Thanksgiving deal for November, you've got the Christmas tree for December. This is phenomenal. It is vintage. Couldn't find this one exactly, but like items were going for at least $60, and I think this is unique enough to even ask for more than that. So I am going to ask for more than that and see what happens, but very cool. I could not leave this here, even though I had to pay $15 for this, $14.99 for this sweater. I felt like it was worth it. This is such a unique thing, and hopefully it'll sell quickly. Alright, so next up we have, I've seen this brand a couple times, Dan and Phil Shop. It is a Lions and Llamas Christmas sweater, and I guess they are British folk who were on the radio, and then they made their own YouTube channel, and they're really popular. I'd never heard of them before I found their clothing at thrift stores, but I paid $5.99 for this one. I'm hoping I can get $35, maybe even $40 for this right here. I couldn't find this one exactly. Seems to be the story of most of these comps, but similar one was going for $35 to $40. So, in my first pickup video, I did hats, and I forgot that I picked this up. This isn't it. I found another one. It's an icewear bandana, like not bandana, but like a headband for going to the snow if you're gonna go skiing or snowboarding or something like that. It's really nice. Like I said, new with tags. I paid $2 for it. I have the other one listed for I think $25, and I have a watcher on it. So I'll probably, I don't know, I might wait to list this one till after the other one is gone, just so that I create some false scarcity for this, because mine was the only one listed that I could find. This one exactly. There are others that have like better patterns on them and stuff like that, but this is just straight black. So, oh, forgot one of the hats. This is Vallarta, Mexico. $4.99 for this here, the straw hat. I didn't find any sold comps for this hat exactly, but the ones that had like the Corona logo on them were going for a pretty good amount. I forget exactly how much. I think it was in like the $35 range. So I picked this up for $5. Thought I'd give it a shot. It's very unique looking. In fact, when my son was helping me bring stuff in, I put this on him, and he got kind of freaked out because it looked so gnarly. He thought it was like really dirty and had been in a dumpster or something like that. But nope, it's just distressed. That's all it is. There you go. Alright, and the last thing I'm going to show here is something that caught my eye as I was walking past the women's athletic stuff. And I like to go through that section because they often stick jerseys in there or hoodies that are, really, really nice value to them. I don't know if I'm going to get this in there. Isn't this wild? It's a hoodie that is like a reflector, but it's also got these neon road skid designs on it. So the brand is SS360, and the comps on these are like $50 to $60. I guess it's a road wear safety kind of hoodie. So I guess it makes sense. I paid $8.99 for this. So this should be a pretty good profit on this one right here, and it looks awesome. Alright, that's it for this haul video. I did not expect to have that big of a haul for today. I honestly thought I was going to go just check the thrift stores real quick and come home with nothing, empty-handed, and get on with my day and list and all that kind of stuff. But that took up like 3, maybe even close to 4 hours of my day. I feel like that's definitely the longest I've ever spent in a Goodwill before. And I think from what I got, it's worth it. Hopefully it's worth it. Should be worth it. I got a lot of good stuff here. Paid $175. Maybe I'll put a total here of what I paid versus what the comps are looking like, just for my own curiosity's sake. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. And also, coming up, I want to do a video talking about what I sold over the past week, that kind of thing. I just don't know if I'm going to have the time to do it. I also want to do a video talking about how sales have been slow lately, because I feel like that's important to talk about, especially with new resellers who get discouraged with that kind of thing. I want to talk about what I do when sales are slow. But anyway, thanks for watching, and until the next video, this is Lex signing off.